What's up, everybody? This is Lumi with another guide to the Baja and Zadnor zones. This time we're going to go through each field note, and I'm going to show you where they come from, as well as a clip of me receiving it. I have tested each of these personally to confirm them all, aside from a few outliers, which I will point out when they come up. I'll try to give you tips and tricks to make your farming more efficient along the way. Finally, I've included a map I made in the description that shows you all of the drop locations, both with and without the skirmish names. Timestamps will also be available in the description to help guide you to the field note you are looking for. I wanted to start off with a big question I see asked about field notes. The most frequently asked question I encounter in Shout Chat is, can I get a field note on silver? The answer is yes. It seems to be a little lower, but it is possible, as seen in these clips. In the first two, I got silver on Parts and Parcel and still received Oboro's note, and got silver on The Student Becomes the Master, and got Lovro's note. The third clip might make you cry, as I got silver on Super Soldier Rising and should have received Debog2's note, except my inventory was full. Which brings me to my next point. Always make sure your inventory is clean. This was a wake-up call for me, so if you need a sign, let this be it. Clean your inventory, because you won't receive the field note if it's full, and you'll see that message at the top of the screen that you were unable to receive it. The other most frequently asked question is, how do I spawn a certain skirmish or CE? I plan to do another video on this in the future, complete with community theories on what spawns each CE, but to put it in simple terms, you need to kill the 4th Legion mobs around where the skirmish spawns in that zone. Make sure you're helping clear out other skirmishes, as your skirmish won't pop if nobody is doing skirmishes. Now on to the field notes. As a general note, I will probably butcher most of these names, so apologies in advance. Number 1 is Bejsaljan, which drops from the Zone 1 skirmish More Machine Now Than Man. This skirmish actually spawns the critical engagement Vigil for the Lost, which is needed to get into the Gabriel duel, so if you're trying to get into that duel, you will likely be farming this skirmish quite a lot. Number 2 is Marsak, which drops from the Zone 1 skirmish All Pets Are Off. This skirmish spawns the critical engagement Kill It With Fire, which also has a chance to drop another field note, Clarice. So if you're killing this skirmish, be prepared to stick around for the critical engagement afterwards to hit 2 birds with 1 stone. Number 3 is Zevin, who has 3 sources for his field note. In Zone 1, the Beasts Must Die skirmish and the Shadow of Death's Hand critical engagement, and also the Zone 3 skirmish, the War Against the Machines. I could not actually confirm its drop from the Shadow of Death's Hand personally, as the CE spawns very infrequently, but as it's listed on multiple sites, I am including it here. Number 4 is Isolde, and her notes drop from 2 skirmishes. In Zone 1, Conflicting with the First Law, and Zone 3's Let Slip the Dogs of War. Her Zone 3 skirmish shares a spawn location with the skirmish that very rarely drops the Debog note, so you will likely be passively farming the Zone 3 location more than the Zone 1. Number 5 is Stanek, and his notes drop from Zone 1's Can Carnivorous Plants Bloom, as well as Zone 3's Supplies Party. I recommend farming the Zone 1, as it's much quicker, and the drop rate anecdotally felt better for me. Number 6 is Blaz, and the only source I found for his note is from the Zone 2 Scavengers of Human Sorrow skirmish. Number 7 is Velibor, and his drops from Zone 2's Pyromancer Supreme. Number 8 is Aggie, and her note drops from Zone 1's None of Them Knew They Were Robots. Number 9 is Lofi, and hers drops from the Zone 2 critical engagement The Final Furlong. Complete the Zone 2 skirmish Unicorn Flakes to spawn this critical engagement, and doing so may also net you Clarice's field note. Number 10 is Herneus, and his drops from the Zone 2 skirmish The Monster Mash. As a general note, the scaling on this skirmish is kind of insane, and it felt like this takes twice as long to complete compared to others, so I don't recommend trying to solo it. Number 11 is Debog, and he's likely to be one of your stumbling points. His notes are a 100% drop rate from the Zone 1 duel Aces High, for which you need to complete the Zone 1 critical engagement Vigil for the Lost without being hit by any dodgeable mechanics to qualify. Only one person is chosen for this duel, and it is very difficult, but the rewards are very high to make up for the difficulty. The other option is to farm the Zone 3 skirmish, Murder Death Kill. This skirmish is located near the farming points for number 12, Dyunbu, and number 14, Sardevoir, so it's not a bad idea to try your luck at the skirmish for a while, at least until you get number 12. Number 12 is Dyunbu. Prior to patch 5.57, this only dropped from the Zone 3 skirmish, For Absent Friends. However, the patch notes confirm that these will now also drop from the Zone 1 skirmish, Brought to Heal, and the Zone 2 skirmish, No Camping Allowed. Number 13 is Clarice, and she has 3 sources for her note. The first is in the Zone 2 skirmish, Unicorn Flakes, which you will probably already be doing to spawn the critical engagement, The Final Furlong, for Lofi's notes. The other 2 locations are the Zone 3 skirmish, Waste of the Rainbow, and the Zone 1 critical engagement, Kill It with Fire. Number 14 is Sardevoir, and another incredibly difficult note to get. Like Debog, his note is a 100% drop rate from the 1v1 duel against Sardevoir himself, called And the Flames Went Higher. To qualify for this duel, you must dodge all dodgeable mechanics in the Zone 3 critical engagement, Metal Fox Chaos, which spawns at the end of the For Absent Friends skirmish chain. Sardevoir's note also rarely drops from the second skirmish in the chain, called Of Steel and Flame. Number 15 is Sicinius, and his note drops from the Zone 2 skirmish, Heavy Boots of Lead, as well as the Zone 3 critical engagement, Rise of the Robots. In my experience, I had an easier time getting this to drop from the critical engagement, but that critical engagement is also one of the most notoriously difficult in Zone 3 to complete due to its unforgiving mechanics. Number 16 is Albaleo, and that drops from Castrum's second chest. Number 17 is Lion, and his is another incredibly rare field note. This note is a 100% drop from Lion's duel in Zone 2, called Beast of Man, or a very rare drop from the last chest in Castrum. If you'd rather not leave this up to RNG, the way to qualify for this duel is to complete the Zone 2 critical engagement, The Hunt for Red Shocktober, without being hit by any dodgeable AoEs. Field notes 27 through 30 are all related to Delubrum Reginae, and drop there in their respective boss chests. Moving on to Zadnor. As a general note, many skirmishes that drop field notes here share spawn points, so you won't have as much memorization to do location-wise. This does mean that you'll have a bit more work ahead of you, as you'll need to clear out any skirmishes that share a spawn point with the one you are after. The first note from Zadnor is number 31, Atori. Atori's notes drop in 2 locations, the Zone 1 skirmish, Of Beasts and Braggadocio, and the Zone 3 skirmish, The Beasts Are Back. Number 32 is Kosio. His notes drop from the Zone 2 skirmish, Sever the Strings, as well as the Zone 3 skirmish, A Relic Unleashed. Number 33 is Oboro, whose notes drop only from the Zone 1 skirmish, Parts and Parcel. Number 34 is Tsubame, whose notes drop from the Zone 2 skirmish, A Just Pursuit. Number 35 is Marial, whose notes only drop from the Attack of the Super Soldiers, a Zone 3 skirmish that is part of the Hypertuned Havoc chain, which ends with the critical engagement Feeling the Burn. If you are farming Debog 2's field notes and also need Marial's, it's a good idea to stick around after Hypertuned Havoc, as this spawns directly after. Number 36 is Lovro, whose notes drop from the Zone 2 skirmish, Demented Mentor, as well as the Zone 3 skirmish, The Student Becalms the Master. In my experience, the Zone 3 skirmish is your best bet, because it spawns so often and there are usually groups there farming metal and making the skirmishes go faster. Number 37 is Lofi Part 2. Lofi's notes drop from the critical engagement Beyond the Grave, which is found in Zone 1, as well as the Zone 1 skirmish and A Moral Dilemma. My tip here is to farm the critical engagement, as the skirmish spawns very infrequently due to it sharing a spawn location with Parts and Parcel. But if you're able to catch the skirmish, it definitely drops there. Number 38 is Fabino, whose notes drop from the Zone 2 skirmish and end to atrocities. This skirmish leads to a critical engagement, which will spawn the Menenius duel. Number 39 is Yamatsumi, whose notes can drop from the Zone 3 skirmish, Mean-Spirited. Number 40 is Pagaga, a fan favorite. Her notes drop from the Zone 2 skirmish, Challenge Accepted. Number 41 is Deguza, whose notes drop from the Zone 3 skirmish, Seek and You Will Find. Number 42 is Gilbrisbert, whose notes drop from the Zone 1 skirmish, Meet the Puppet Master. If you need this note, I highly recommend spawning it yourself and camping for it. This skirmish goes by incredibly quickly, as it consists of 4 ads that can be easily AoE'd down solo. Number 43 is Dabog2. His notes drop from 3 locations this time. From his 1v1 duel, The Broken Blade in Zone 1 at a 100% drop rate, or from 2 skirmishes at a much lower drop rate. The first, Super Soldier Rising, is a Zone 2 skirmish, while the other is Hypertuned Havoc, a Zone 3 skirmish. In order to qualify for the 1v1 duel, you must successfully dodge all dodgeable mechanics in the Zone 1 critical engagement, A Familiar Face. Number 44 is Lion 2. This is one of the most difficult notes to get in Zadnor if you are avoiding duels, as the drop rate from non-duel means is just as bad as it was in Baja. As always, his notes drop at a 100% rate from his 1v1 duel, taking the lion's share in Zone 3, or at a very low rate from the 3rd boss chest in Dalriada. In order to qualify for the 1v1 duel, you must successfully dodge all dodgeable AoEs in the Zone 3 critical engagement, Feeling the Burn. Number 45 is Menenius, and much like Lion 2's note, his is very difficult to get. These drop at a 100% drop rate from his 1v1 duel, Head of the Snake, in Zone 2, or at a much lower rate from the 3rd boss chest in Dalriada. In order to qualify for the 1v1 duel, you must successfully dodge all dodgeable mechanics in the Zone 2 critical engagement, Never Cry Wolf. Number 46 is the Diablo Armament. These are, as near as I can tell, a 100% drop rate from the last boss chest in Dalriada. I have yet to run this instance without getting them. I'd also like to give a shout out to FFXIV Collect, as well as Magzo2 on Reddit for their compilations of information, which I used to determine which skirmishes and CEs to test drop rates from. I've included links to both in the description, and I highly recommend them as resources. Shout out to an FC mate, Blood Craze, who helped with Field Note 37, which I could not get to drop for myself on camera, but he snagged a screenshot when he got it, which was featured in this video. I hope you enjoyed this guide. Comment if you'd like other guides on aspects of the Bajan Southern Front or Zadnor, as well as anything you'd like me to improve upon. Feel free to subscribe or follow me on Twitch at LumiThePanda. Happy adventuring!